the press conference being put on by the International Hempology 101 Society. This is our introduction to the world of a project that we've been working on really for 4.5 years. We've been working on research to document the medical benefits of cannabis, and that work primarily revolves around the Cannabis Buyers Club of Canada. As many know, for 13 years now I've been providing cannabis products to people with permanent physical disabilities and diseases, and we've had many personal stories come to us of the benefits people have realized with our products, and certainly along the way much research has been done in the world, and many changes have occurred to allow for more and more access to medical cannabis. And when we started our project 4.5 years ago, part of the inspiration was because of changes that have been happening in the court of law, because increasingly, more so since 1999, the courts in Canada have allowed for the medical use of cannabis, but there's still a huge gap in the science behind that. And while the courts have allowed for it, Health Canada and the medical communities have stalled and delayed due to a lack of clear scientific evidence. And so we first started to document through a research project comparing cannabis to prescription drugs some of the medical benefits that we saw. And in the court of law, in not only our cases, but in others, it became clear that Health Canada needed some really clear guidance on the different medical benefits of cannabis, in particular around the medical benefits of eating and topically applying cannabis. And so last year we decided that we would fund the creation of an organization that we have now called the World Society for Cannabis Research. The Cannabis Buyers Club, after 13 years, has got 2,400 active members. It's quite a sizable organization. Because we have become, I guess, so successful in the city of Victoria, we have decided to dedicate $40,000 a year to this research project. In discussing with other individuals in the community, Dr. Paul Hornby in particular, the idea of having a peer-reviewed journal seemed very wise, and it would help fill the gap that was missing in many ways in the courts and in public policy when it came to what was clear scientific evidence on the uses of cannabis. And so in talking with different scientists like Dr. Paul Hornby and other people in law, it was put to us that this peer-reviewed journal would need to be created. So in the fall, we thought we would hire someone to put this journal together and host conferences and seminars on the medical uses of cannabis. And after interviewing people and conceiving the project, we realized that it was much bigger in some ways than one person could do. Certainly the project could involve many people, and we were quite excited through the interview process as well with the quality and quantity of people wanting to become involved in our project. And you'll hear today that we've done a number of things to maximize the number of the benefits coming from the people willing to volunteer and help with this project. And so I'd like to ask our new employees to come up here. Instead of hiring one person, we ended up hiring 3. And so today we're here to introduce our new employees. In fact, we're really quite excited. Our society, the International Hempology 101 Society, has just existed in some ways in the shadows for years. I started this organization in a van with a pager, and it grew from there. These individuals are the first legal employees of our society, and we're very proud to have them on board. I'm going to let them come up one at a time and introduce themselves and what they're going to be doing in our project. And so with that, I'm going to start with our executive director, who we've been extremely pleased to work with and get to know, really fresh out of university. And we're really glad to be putting this project into your hands. And I'd like to introduce you to Jessica Miller.
Thanks, Ken. Sure. Hi, my name is Jessica Miller, and I've been hired as an executive director for the World and Society of Cannabis Research. Some of my experience includes research with First Nations groups and volunteering with harm reduction projects locally. As Ted mentioned, I'm just about to graduate from the University of Victoria with a Bachelor of Arts in Social Sciences. And I'm really excited to be part of this project. Our vision and mandate is to facilitate education and research as a charity and as a not-for-profit organization. And we will organize and provide a source of legitimate information. So far, we plan to accomplish this in 3 different ways. One through a peer-reviewed journal, another through web-based projects, and also international conferences. The incorporation process involves a lot of administration duties, and I'm responsible for these currently and working on them with my colleagues. We've made the first steps into this process and expect to bring together a board of directors in the coming months. So I'll also be chairing regular committee meetings on cannabis science, and the first one is coming up this Thursday, February 12th, 2 p.m. at 826 Johnson Street. And thanks again for your time. Really happy to be here. Thanks, Ted.